Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I am Nura Aliana, metric number 140256 from LSP 402, group 17. So for my individual oral presentation, I will be discussing an interesting topic with you guys, which is the pros and cons of GMOs in Malaysia. But first, what is GMO? So according to Ministry of Health of Malaysia, GMO or genetically modified organism is defined to be an organism in which the genetic material has been changed through modern biotechnology in a way that it does not occur naturally by multiplication or natural recombination or both. Or in other words, to cultivate better crops, there are some famous traditional methods that we all know, which is cross-pollination. Cross-pollination only can occur in between same varieties and not between different species. So unlike this method, GMO manipulate the genes of the organism directly by inserting a foreign gene from another species, creating what is called a transgenic plant. So common transgenic plants include corn and soybeans. Since GMO is a method which does not occur naturally, the debate for and against GMOs has been raging for years as it is subjected to a lot of controversy. People are worried of whether GMO will bring important implications for human health and the environment. In Malaysia, there is no specific place to cultivate GMOs yet, but there is an application of a confined genetically modified or GM rice field trial at the Malaysian Agricultural Research and Development Institute (MARDI), Arau Station in Tambun Tulang, Perlis. However, there are some people who is concerned to this trial as they claim that the GM rice will threaten Malaysia as a center of genetic diversity rice. They also expressed their worries that the GM rice could accidentally contaminate natural rice varieties around the site through animals, machinery, or workers involved. So of course, all things will have negative side effects. But for the problem raised for the GM rice field trial, the biosafety concern can be prevented as the field trial will be performed in an enclosed space that prevent entry and escape of pollens, insects, animals, and unauthorized access with 24-hour security. Only trained personnel will have access to the site, and all plant materials will be incinerated after harvest at the end of the trial. Hence, breach of containment is unlikely unless there is sabotage, which poses a biosecurity issue. Besides the issue of the GM rice field trial, other disadvantages of GMO is there are insufficient research on the topic, which means that the consequences of consuming GM food are still largely unknown. The unnatural introduction of genes from another species may cause allergens to spread into non-allergenic food, increase antibiotic resistance, or increase toxicity. Next, genes extracted from animals to be inserted into plants raise ethical, religious, and health concerns. With regards to the environment, GMOs threaten biodiversity through contaminating non-GMO crops through interbreeding and creating superweeds that are resistant towards pesticides developed for widely cultivated GMOs. However, despite all these disadvantages, there is some good advantages regarding GMOs. For example, the genetically modified crops will have advanced characteristics. For example, they are more resistant toward pests and insects. Therefore, the GM crops don't need to be exposed to harmful pesticides as often as other grown crops. Second, By getting rid of the need for pesticide, the cost will be lower for the farmers. Therefore, it will make the products cheaper for the consumers because it allows a greater crop yield and growth through harsher conditions. Then, by modifying the genetic of the crops, it can increase the nutritional values of foods. Also, genetic modification technique may be used simply to enhance the flavor and appearance of foods such as the non-browning apple. All in all, it is up to us to explore more about GMO before determining it is bad or good for human. Thank you.